Okay, going back to who are you? As you can see, here's a lot of sports, here's a lot of studying, here's a lot of volunteering. That could be all of you, that could be none of you, that could be some of you. So, let's see. Academics, that's the foot in the door. You need to really have a good mastery of topics in America and around the world. Language, math, science, those are the three of the more emphasized ones, emphasized subjects. Art, politics, government, history, those are some other topics. That's the whole point of school, right? To learn, to gain knowledge, to become a more cultured person who can understand something and to reason with logic your point of view. That's also what the SAT targets. So academics, of course, is very important, and that's a major part of your application package. Sports, that could be something that you do. Not everyone is tailored to do sports. Not everyone is LeBron James, but it could be. One warning about sports, though: when you write a personal statement that is about sports, it can become very formulaic. Because think about it. In a personal statement, you want to be personal. You want to stand out. You want to pass a thumb test. And the thumb test is basically when someone reads your personal statement, you want them to remember you for who you are, and you don't want that personal statement to be able to. You don't want to replace your name, put somebody else's name on it, and have it still apply perfectly. If that happens, then you failed the thumb test. So basically, be distinct and unique. Sports. The problem with sports is that it's very formulaic. So it's basically 1, 2, 3. You were like this. You worked really, really hard, and then you succeeded. Okay. So I've read many essays like that. And sports, you can transcend that in two ways. One, it could be very unorthodox, with like a twist ending or like a unusual beginning, something like that. Or you can write it so well that it just doesn't matter if it's formulaic. So keep that in mind when it comes to sports. Extracurricular activities. At the most selective schools, all schools, in fact, but especially for the most selective schools, they want students who are well-rounded. They don't want calculators. They don't want just a 2400 SAT and then nothing else, just pure studying. Because what are you going to contribute to the campus after you get there? You're going to go to the library and just basically suck up knowledge and then not really do anything else. So that's a concern for being too focused on academics. Academics is a foot in the door, but again, you need to be well-rounded. Social, that's good as well. What a school is really basically a group of people, and it's a community, and every community has its own philosophies and its own feel to it. And if you visit any school campus, you can get a sense of the feel by talking to the people, their spirit, the type of things that they like to talk about, and what they represent. It's a very a thing that's hard to describe or say, but you know when you feel it, kind of thing. So social is also very important. Volunteering, research, projects, community, and others. So volunteering, that could be anything very simple. That could come with something like NHS or CSF, which are honor societies that have you do community service along the way, or you might have founded your own project. Maybe you decided to do your own charity. So this could be very useful. But the thing is, it shouldn't just be for the sake of getting into college. It should be for you, like you actually believe it. Let me give you an example. I went to pick up trash one day. It was mainly to, bolster my application. Sadly, to tell you the truth, did I help the environment? Yes, but was there something behind it? Was there some kind of belief? Was there some kind of passion behind it? No. At the end of the day, I picked up trash and then that was it. It's the equivalent of give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, feed him for life. And I picked up trash, but that's a little bit of, I did something, but it wasn't deep in my core. In other forms of volunteering though, I tutored, and that was something that was much more genuine because I felt like I had impact That was something I really cared about, and it's something I could dedicate myself to. And that kind of energy will sustain itself over time, and that'll jump off the page when you write it with passion, with heart, and with fervor. Research, I'll cover the rest of that in a little bit, but research, I find that not too many students have like a true understanding of research. No offense to students out there, but what I thought research was when I was in high school was you go on Google or Yahoo at the time, and Bing didn't exist, and you searched something, and you looked it up, and boom, that's research. No, that's very basic research. Research is you open up a textbook, you go to a certain page, you go to one particular line that you find very fascinating, and you look at the annotation, the footnote, and then you go to the reference section, read the original academic article, and then you think, this is interesting. How can I extend this? Can I replicate this? Is this true? What questions do I have for it? How do I advance science, or how do I advance society in that sense? That is what research really is in the academic sense. So a lot of people tell me, yeah, I like research. Like, yeah, you know how to go on Baidu or Google, but can you execute research? I think they're looking something deeper. Now, do they expect that of you at the undergraduate application level? Probably not, but if you can, that's that much more incredible and impressive. So that's something you can add to your portfolio as well. Not portfolio, because that insinuates art and film, but anyway, projects, community, and others. Those are three other topics that deserve their own time. But for now, who are you? That's the question that I want you to think about. What makes you